So one of the consequences of the fuel crisis was, of course, that public transportation got very difficult, and the prices for public transportation didn't go up, but there was less buses because also the buses had to stand in line for days and days and days to get diesel. But and they saved their diesel to be able to cover a big longer time span. So, for example, to our village, there's normally a bus every hour from 7 to 5, and during the crisis there was only two buses running. So they would go up and down. So it was maybe one bus every 4 hours, and then that led to the to complete overcrowding of buses everywhere. Even in Kathmandu, in the local buses, in but in the metropolitan buses, normally no one goes on the roof because it's strictly forbidden as well. But they were packed everywhere where you went. There were people sitting on the roof, and they were completely overloaded. And in one instance, I know there was the same situation, and it was even Dasai, the most important festival in Nepal. It's in October, where everybody tries to go home. It's a little bit like Christmas maybe in Europe. You have to go home, and people do everything to go home. And even in a normal year, Dasai is crazy. You stand in line for hours and hours to get bus tickets. And this year it was horrible because people just couldn't go home. There was no buses, there was no vehicles, and the little buses that were there were completely crowded and overloaded. And so in one instance, a bus was so overloaded that it had like double the capacity of what it was supposed to carry, and it actually crushed. It fell down a cliff because it couldn't take the corner. I think it just fell over, tipped over, flipped over, and everybody died on that bus. I think it was more than 100 people. And a friend of mine's colleagues were on that bus, and they all died. And she said exactly the same, that they knew it was dangerous and they didn't want to get on the bus, but it was the only bus, so they had to get on it, and that's how it happened.